everyone, I'm Charlotte and this video is going to show you my project for the Tel module. My project is an online website which is filled with blogs. Each blog post consists of activities that parents can do at home with their children. A blog can be described as a weblog or an online diary of posts. Activities will range from arts and crafts, from food ideas, easy learning activities and seasonal crafts. The activities are easy and simple so that it can be done in the comfort of your own home. So the idea behind my project is adapted from my own experience within lockdown. I have a 4-year-old daughter and during lockdown we got very creative and shared our creations on social media. I got a huge response from family and friends which encouraged the idea for this project. Learning is rooted by our own needs and interests. So I needed to identify that there wasn't just my interest in this project and there was other people's as well. So my target audience is parents or grandparents or anyone with children really that want to do activities. So I needed to find a group of people that would be willing to participate or would have an interest. So I decided to approach a group on Facebook that I'm a member of called the Mother Boy Group. And as you can probably guess from the name, it is a group of mothers that are local and they all share tips, ideas and advice, anything really to do with children. And I felt the group would be a perfect audience for this project. So I asked the group if any of them would be interested in a website filled of activities for children, and I got quite a few responses with some suggestions too. As for our race days, the first aspect to emphasise is to ensure that the educational practice is a necessary dimension of social practice. Current situation as well with lockdown, I feel this project could be really beneficial for parents who are stuck at home with their children, maybe in isolation, and have nothing to do. And as well with Christmas coming up, there'll be seasonal stuff on it as well. So why have I used a website of blogs? So within recent years, blogs have become widely used and are considered to be a value support for collaborative group work. Blog writing is generally brief, personal and informal. So I wanted to choose a name for my website which relates to the informal feeling of a blog. A website name that was friendly and approachable for everyone. It took a lot of time to think of a name that was catchy. So I ended up using Google search and found a website called Name Generator which helped me think of a name for my website. So here is my project, Confessions of a Creative Freak. So on the front page I've introduced myself by text and also by a video. Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte and this is Abigail. How old are you, Abigail? And below are my blog posts for each activity. So the content of my website consists of a mixture of photos, videos and text. I feel by using a variety of delivery methods it will cater to the needs of the audience. The videos will allow the audience to visually see the activity whilst also being able to refer to the written process.
Hi.
So for this next activity it is Halloween based and all you need is a piece of paper, an apple,
And pin.
a paintbrush and you need orange paint but we don't have orange. So we've got red and yellow to mix together to make orange. Variation of pictures and words is often referred to as the cognitive multimedia learning theory, which was created by Richard Mayer, who believes that multimedia favours the way in which the human brain learns. However, I do not intend to be the only author of the blog post, and therefore the content structure will differ depending on the author of the blog post. The blog posts I've created consist of lists of instructions alongside either an image or a video tutorial. All the activities will encourage skills such as psychomotor by encouraging all the parents and children to be hands-on within their activities. So the learning activities will encourage cognitive thinking skills. Effective skills are also encouraged by parents providing feedback and responses to each activity. Starting my project, I wanted to keep it as straightforward as possible. As Cos McQueen stated in his project, there are 3 reasons why to keep technology in a project simple. First is pedagogical, so the aim is for the technology to enhance the project rather than direct it. Second is practical, so unfamiliarity with technology can cause a barrier to some. And third is financial, so as a student the cost to myself needed to be as little as possible. So the technology that I've decided to use as a platform is a website called Wix. So Wix describes themselves as a leading cloud-based development platform with millions of users worldwide who make it easy for everyone to create a beautiful, professional web presence. So the cost of using Wix is free with the option to upgrade at a cost for extra features. Consequently, by using the free version of Wix, it will have some limitations on what I can do on the website, and it will also contain adverts which can possibly affect the users of the website too. However, by using Wix, individuals do have the option to provide feedback on each post, a member chat discussion, and the option to use their own blogs or creations or provide suggestions. Well, technology can help us share, communicate and collaborate. However, there are some risks associated with technology. So when I started creating my project, I identified some risks and problems. The first problem that occurred was, how do I create a website? So creating a website was a whole new experience for me. I've never used Wix and I've never created a proper website, so I ended up looking at YouTube videos and self-teaching myself how to navigate around Wix, how to do a blog post, how to add things to the page. I often sent it to my friends to have a look at to see how it looks from their side rather than looking at the editor's side of things. And still now I'm still learning new things about Wix and what I can do on the website each and every day. The second problem that arose was the digital divide. Versatile tools within mobile technologies can not only present challenges to the educators but also to the learners. So Yang describes the blog as using a simple interface that's easy for any user to construct. However, I must consider that not everyone will know how to use a blog. Something really important that I had to consider when creating my website. Does everyone know how to create a blog, upload photos or a video? So I've decided to create a blog focusing on how to construct blogs for other users. Using a step-by-step list of instructions and also a video tutorial of where to go to post a blog and how to upload photos, videos and so on. Training the learners to operate the new technology is a key feature to obtaining cooperation. When trained, it enables the learners to take control of their own learning, and the authority between the instructor and the learner is equally shared. Although I can teach learners how to post a blog, I cannot teach them what content to put in their blog. It is down to themselves to decide. I did consider putting a blog together on how to construct and edit a video, but it became apparent that there is that many different phones and that many different apps available that might not be compatible to everyone's phone. Although my audience is for now a group of mothers from Facebook, I do intend to roll it out to other parents, grandparents and anyone that is interested in doing the activities of their children. Therefore, this is a digital divide that I may have to consider in the future if they don't have access to technology. So another risk I identified is trolls. Online trolling is the practice of behaving in a deceptive, destructive, disruptive manner in a social setting on the internet. On Wix, every person has to sign up as a member, and I as the administrator have to authorise them if they wish to post a blog post. So this can prevent trolls from posting inappropriate things. So another risk was how to make sure that the parents and children stay safe online. I decided to create another blog to inform the parents and children of how to stay safe online. So within the blog I cover things like sharing photos and confidentiality, with also a link to staying safe online by victim support. So another problem that arose was time management. So my audience at the minute is just a group of mothers from Facebook. However, I do intend to roll it out further. But since making the project live, it has become apparent that it is very time consuming. I do have the option of nominating admins though, so if I want the project to go further in the future, then I will have to nominate some other people to help me maintain the website. Hammond describes a blog as representing a considerable commitment of time that can be superficial, and like a web page it can be incomplete and orphaned, which is what I don't want. So if I was able to nominate admins, then I will, to help me manage the website. So the theory behind this project is social constructivism. Social constructivism is when the learners share, collaborate and interact with other learners, enhancing their knowledge from different perspectives. Learning emerges from the interaction of human activity. So social constructivists state that learners are more likely to absorb the acquired knowledge and become more meaningful when the learners are engaged in social activities such as interaction and collaboration. So the overall idea of social constructivism is that the knowledge is mutually built between the learners. So I will start by posting my blogs of activities, and someone will read them and hopefully do the activities and post their own blogs of activities, and then someone else will read them, do the activities and post their own blogs of activities, inviting them to experience it for themselves, concentrate on whatever they find interesting, creating an online community of people where they all share and create knowledge together. Learning together creates a shared mind that combines different perspectives and alternative ways. In this theory, the teacher becomes a facilitator, allowing the students to become autonomous learners. So as an online community, it is a learner-driven environment. Shifting from a teacher-centred to a learner-driven environment is said to make lifelong learning more important. As a learner-centred environment, the learners can learn at their own pace. So this project is learner-centred by the learner chooses which activity they wish to do, and they can do it at their own pace because there's no time limit on when you have to do it. The videos can be replayed over and over again, and the text will always be there for them to refer to. Assessing and evaluating the learning that results from this kind of activity is a real challenge, as the creativity and subjectivity involved will result in outcomes which differ enormously from learner to learner, and will be difficult to measure. Therefore, the assessment type will be a self-assessment by the parents and children themselves on how well they've completed the activities. However, feedback and comments is encouraged by the parents on how they found the activities, so it could also be said that it is peer assessed as well. So this project has enabled myself to develop and create an online community of practice where parents come together to share and create activities with their children. So Gray describes an online community of practice as supporting collaborative learning that enriches performance both for individual knowledge construction and group knowledge construction. A successful community of practice is one in which the contribution of each member is highly regarded. So each member is highly regarded in this project by it being based upon everyone sharing knowledge together and being creative together. The main advantage of an online community of practice is there a connection across geographical barriers and time zones. Therefore, anyone at any time can have access and contribute to the community. A platform for people all over the world to exchange knowledge and localise new information, which this project has the potential to do. So to sum up this project, technology. So the technology that I have used is Wix to create the website, and also an app on my phone called Viva Video to help me create the videos for the website. Assessment. So it is self-assess and also peer assess. Theory. So the theory behind my project is mainly social constructivism, by people coming from all over in a community of practice still, but using social constructivism by sharing knowledge together, whilst also incorporating the multimedia learning theory in the content in which the knowledge is shared, so by the videos. And an advantage of using videos is that it can be played and watched at any time. It can also be rewind and repeated. This project is designed to encourage parents to be creative with their children and also share their own activities with other parents. Activities that are easy and simple, and you can find the things you need in the content of your own home, so there's no need to go to the shop. So my advice for someone who wished to recreate my project would be to first realise it's a lot harder to engage with an audience, so pick an audience group that you know will be interested. So I picked the motherboard group, who are all obviously interested in their children and being parents, so I knew they'd be interested in being creative with their children. Second is building a website is a lot harder than you think. Take your time to get to know the technology you have chosen. Look at YouTube videos and send it to others before making your website live, so they can see it from their side. 3, if you wish for a big audience, remember it is time consuming, so nominate some admins to help you. And finally 4 is that the content of your website is key, so how it looks, how easy accessible it is and easy to navigate around should all be considered for the type of audience you are picking.
When there's nothing to do at home, think of this website. Find an activity, get creative. No matter what the weather, season or time, there will be something on the confession and the creative things that you can do.
I'd like to say I really enjoyed watching Abigail and Charlotte's blog on all the creative ideas that they did, and I can't wait to do them with my granddaughter over Christmas.
Rosie and I have loved trying out some of the activities on the website, and we're going to add our own to it for other people to join into, aren't we?